You fished and you didn't get jacked.
We're only talking about survival here. We're not talking about anything.
I'm sorry, not the other. That's right. This is only one. And by the way, this
It'll
is
just show you you can't do it.
error in the character sheet. What happened was I entered the wrong entry in the wrong thing. Okay. So actually, I want to know who has got ranks in survival. Do you have any ranks in survival?
I do.
I think it's that little A, if that's what it means.
No, that's not what it means. The
No,
ranks.
you have to have ranks. Look at the rank
That's
column.
pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can't even attempt to survive.
No, Attempt, you
Correct.
stay in town.
So
Stay in town, bring rations.
I do not have it.
Don't get lost.
Damn.
Morin, do you have? You don't have it.
No.
Okay. Alexander, do you have a survivor?
Nope.
Oh my God, this party's not going to survive, man. Nina, do you have a ranks in survival?
No. Two of us do. I mean, we've been the ones
We've got the
hunting
two
anyway.
wilderness hunter types.
Right, and we've been hunting and
Skill and
licensing.
survival.
Yeah, exactly. What do you need that for?
License. You have ranks? No, we're grabbing.
Rank 2 and I have 4.
It's a barbarian class.
Why are you such a wise
So
barbarian?
there's 3 of us who have ranks in survival?
Because of Odin, that's
So
why.
3 of you who could potentially try it.
Okay.
So now the way that I really do like the way that the trap finding thing is structured, though, in that no matter what happens, you can't find magic traps. So if you don't have trap finding, you can't find magic traps. So the way that it's written is that you can't find traps with a DC greater than 20, and you can't find magic traps. Virtually every magic trap has a DC greater than 20. But the point is, it's both of them. Right? So I'd like to use that for that, and I'd also like to use as the analogy of that to survival, that it has to be DC 15 or less. Right? And you can't do. I'm sorry.
So we put survival back.
No, you don't put survival back. What I'm talking about is how people with ranks.
Okay.
That's correct, exactly. Okay, so there's a feat which is going to modify that in survival called trap. Right? And then you can't, in the same exact way that nobody under any conditions, if you don't have to find magic traps, nobody under any conditions can track when there's inclement weather. Okay. So even if the DC were 15, if there's some horrible inclement weather type of thing, it's raining, it's something, you're not going to do it. Okay? So
Wait.
Unless you have a track feed.
Wait.
unless you have a track feed, that is correct.
Let's take the situation that we have someone stomping through deep snow,
Right.
and we're tracking them.
Yeah.
And then we have a mild snowstorm happening.
That's correct.
Can we still follow them?
If you do not have the track feed, no.
With a track feed, you can.
With the track feed, you can. Correct, exactly. And by the way, just so you know, the likelihood is we'll never run into this special case because in the same exact way that there's no magic trap that ever really is the DC less than 20,
There's
you
no
wouldn't get
snow around
15,
either.
okay? There's no inclement weather condition really that's going to be as low as 15. Okay, right? It's always going to be, it's pretty harsh. It's usually like +8 type of thing for inclement weather types of things, right? But I really want to say that that's the analogy, right? So the analogy to magic traps is inclement weather. Okay, that's what the solution is. Okay? Okay. So that's the way that those are skills work. And if we come across other instances of skills that are modified by feats, I know that ride is modified by protective riding. Some other skills are modified by other types of feats. Yada yada yada, and whatever. We'll apply the same type of principle. DC 15, some special way. DC 15, some special way. Okay. Now, let's talk about other types of things. We have been continually refining the whole initiative line type spiel. Right? And actually, it's been really helpful. Right? Through all this play testing, I think we're getting to the point where it's beginning to work, pretty seamlessly and exactly what we want. But we're still running into a few things that aren't working properly. And the main reason why is because we're still remaining hostage to some of the 3.5 rules. Okay? And I want to change one of them right now. Okay? And the rule that we're going to change is to draw a weapon is a 10-foot token. Okay? In the 3.5 rules, it's freaky. The way that it works is, to draw a weapon is a full move action unless you take a move, in which case it's a free action. Okay? And the whole point of it, just so you know, if you work through the reasoning and the logic and the other, the whole point of it is that you can't draw a weapon and take a full round action at the same time. That's the whole point. Right? So, if you spend a 10-foot token, it does effectively the same thing. Right? You can't take a full round action once you spend a 10-foot token. Right? You can't do it. So therefore,
So attacking someone is not a full round action.
attacking someone is not a full round action. That's right. We really haven't come across.
What is a full round action?
There are some things that are full round actions. What's it? Spellcasting or TLC? No, spellcasting has a duration, so usually it's a standard action. It's not a full round action. Okay. What's examples of full round actions? They should have examples of full round actions. Okay, running is a full round action. Withdrawing is a full round action, using a touch spell of up to 6 allies.
Right, so
loading a crossbow is a 4-round action. That's actually a big one. All right. Charging is under most conditions a 4-round action, except in the half rounds that begin a combat, in which case it's then a standard action.
But then,
So there's some things that are 4-round.
so then if you're charging, the attack becomes part of the charge?
I'm sorry, you're saying?
If you charge, you can still attack.
That is correct. Right.
So,
Yes.
so the attacking is part of it.
Yeah, it's part of the entire charge.
Which is a cool.
Right, exactly. Okay. Now, of course, we're doing it differently now, right? Because you can do the charge action by spending a full 10 feet, and then keep attacking as long as you have attacks in 10 feet and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, we haven't run across real situations in which we've had to use the 4-round action. The way that the 4-round action is used is you add up your movement action and your standard action, and you put them together, and then you get a 4-round action, right? But you need to spend all of your 10-foot movement tokens and everything. You have to spend everything you've got in order to get the 4-round action, and that gives you all of your 4-round attacks and as many free actions as you have 4-round attacks. Okay. Now, what's the point? What is the point of that? Okay. Because if you've got enough movement, why would you just spend the 10 feet? Okay. The point is, there are some situations in which you can't effectively move, in which you're not going to be effectively able to spend your move tokens, or you're like grappled or something. There are situations in which you're going to have to use the 4-round action instead. Okay? And when that happens, I'll let you know, and the actual reality of the situation is it won't change much of anything at all. Okay? But it's a subtle rule that you have to keep track of, because there's other reasons why you need to keep track of 4-round action. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's now a 10-foot token to draw your weapon. Okay? Why was this relevant? Because last time both of you dropped your things, pulled out your weapon, spent all of your movement to pull out your weapon as the move action, and then under the current rules, you're not supposed to be able to attack. Okay, right? But I think you should be able to drop your weapon, pull out a weapon, and attack. You should be able to. Okay, right? So as long as you had 20-foot movement, as long as you had 2 movement tokens, you'd be able to do that. Okay, right?
And I'm very happy about that. I can draw my sling, take out my quarterstaff, and whack something with mine.
Yeah, it's a very important rule for the power fighters in the
You'll have to change the draw tree.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I was looking at the feat trees. And you have to change the draw tree. The thing was like flick of the wrist, you could pick a weapon and attack. It was pretty.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
Maybe I changed it all? It's a free
Well, no,
action.
because it changed, well, the first feat changed a ready item as a 10-foot move action, like what you just did. The first feat made it so that a ready item could be drawn as a 10-foot move action.
Say that again? I'm not.
So there's
Right, so the first feat in the draw tree was like expert packing, and it made it so that ready items only, like a new weapon, if you wanted to take it out, would only take a 10-foot move action.
Actually, I believe that what ready items do, or what expert packing does, okay. First of all, what expert packing does is expert packing just gives you an extra 4 items of ready slots.
And something else.
Yeah, okay, okay. So then there's draw, okay, which is quick draw, which allows you to take anything that's a readied item and get it out as a free action, and anything that's a stored item and get it out as a move action.
Okay.
Under normal circumstances, it takes a move action to get something that's ready, and it takes a what do you call it? A full round action. Here's an example for it. It takes a full round action to get something that's stored. Okay. So yeah. So I don't think that changes.
Okay.
Really, what we've done is we've just made a special case for weapons. Ultimately, we might make the same special case for potions. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know how the whole thing will work out and all sorts of stuff. But really, the thing with the potions is you should only be able to draw a potion and drink a potion in a round. So whatever we do, we have to make the rule work so that you can only draw a potion and drink a potion in a round.
Can you go 10 feet, draw a potion, drink a potion in an orange? Because you're grabbing the potion while you're running 10 feet?
No, I don't think you should do that. I think if you're going to drink the potion, you have to be stuck exactly where you are in combat, in the middle of it, and all sorts of stuff. Because that's the way it works right now, and it's pretty relevant that that's the way that it works right now.
And no 5-foot movement.
No 5-foot movement.
So is there going to be a camel pack? Then you can move.
Excellent. If you get one of those hats that has the little cans on it, with the little straws coming down, then yes, you're absolutely right. You can do
But then you get like a -3 on anything charisma related. No diplomacy.
Right, exactly. There you go. So it's very important that we settle this trade agreement and yada yada. You've got cans on your We're not gonna believe you. So
Intimidation.
so for today, so every single session we specialize or we focus in on different types of things in combat. Today is the T's. tactics and technique. Okay, right, so we're going to introduce a bunch of different types of combat tactics. And then we're going to talk about die rolling technique. From now on, I would like everybody to roll the damage die that they're going to use along with their d20 at the same time. Okay? And then furthermore, okay, so that's a new thing. So that's like, I just like you to do that. If you don't do that, it's no big deal. We've now had 2 sessions of the announcing your thing before you roll. If you don't announce whatever it is before you roll, it doesn't matter what it is you roll, you miss. Okay, so if you don't say what it is you're using and what your thing you do is, and you roll, then forget it. It doesn't matter what the roll is, you miss. Okay, or you fail, or you do whatever. It depends on what the particular d20 roll is about. Okay, so that's the start. Any questions or any other things? That's right. Fascism, baby. Okay. When we last left our brave adventurers, they were on the Calmendi side of the Flower River investigating the movements of Lord Cateren. They discovered some interesting information from Jacques, one of his couriers, about reptiles or lizards of some sort that were plaguing the Calmendi settlements in Highland. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. So they were puzzling about what the implications of that might be as they continued onward toward Golden Greenland. So, what do you guys think the implications of that might be?
Strick,
Yes.
I've been thinking about this, and this seems to be some kind of a fate, me being here of all places.
I know that I feel blessed that you're here.
We
So I've been thinking.
You're very special.
Let's let him finish talking, okay?
So I've been thinking we might be able to find out whether or not Lord Cateren is really only interested in protecting his settlements, or if there's more to his plans. And we might be able to find out something about these lizard creatures.
And how would we do that?
Well, you see, this is where the fate part comes in. I was thinking that if one person were to go, they would most likely be captured and potentially killed. But if they were able,
But if they were expendable.
if they were able to communicate to the lizards, they might be able to get an audience with their leader, who might see value in having an outlet.
So do you communicate with the lizards?
To communicate with the lizards. For them
That's
to
a nice
communicate
hypothetical
with-
situation. Can anybody here actually communicate with lizards?
I think I might be able to communicate with the lizards.
Really?
Well, the seagull can talk to the snake.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you've got a snake on your arm!
Yeah, but he's special.
What's up?
Yeah, but he's special. I can't actually talk to other snakes, but he can actually. He can even talk to my snake.
Yeah, but if they see you with your lizard, they might think that you have some kind of affinity towards lizards and might not attack you and kill you on sight.
That's a
Or
snake, not a
snakes.
lizard.
Yeah, snakes might have more going on
To
with
tell a
lizards. I
wizard
mean,
and
they
a
don't know.
familiar.
Well, in any case,
And then, okay, so when you were thinking back on it, he specifically said lizard things, right? So that wouldn't be actually like snake things. Or sort of stuff. Lizard things. No, I
Maybe
understand.
it was like reptile things.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he might have said reptile things if he said that. So actually, maybe I shouldn't have even said the word reptile. Lizard things. He said lizard things. It is lizard things. We're talking lizard things.
So, have I heard of these lizard creatures? So I don't really.
Nope. You're gonna have to look at that. None whatsoever.
Wow. Has Cyrus heard?
Has it? No.
Has Cyrus heard? Excellent. Very nice.
Yes.
so perhaps we could head over instead, make it a little detour to Lord Cateren's base. I could speak with them, and then if they point us in this direction, I would go. And you can go on your merry way. I'll catch up with you later, should I come back.
Okay, well, first of all, we can't take a detour. So this part of the journey is on a strict timeline because we have to meet some people at a meeting point in 3 days, right? So we can't take any detour out of our way.
And you're indentured.
What?
You're indentured too.
Yeah, exactly, yes. So right. And then the other thing is that while I think that this is an exceptionally noble idea, and I greatly appreciate you doing all of this amazing self-sacrifice, okay, you owe Yaman Hazim 100 gold pieces. And until you pay off that 100 gold pieces, you aren't going anywhere. By the way, this is also the reason why I'm not giving all the indentured people a bunch of freaking horses in the middle of the goddamn nowhere. Because then we're stranded, we can't catch you, and you guys can just ride off on your merry way. So, no. Now, if you want to try and sneak off, if I catch you, I'll kill you.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I just wanted to be upfront. And then Barnaby's like, no, 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 no. You don't even have to hold up with it.
I don't plan on running off.
Very good, excellent. I'm glad to hear
I
that.
wonder if the things that have been sneaking around the forest.
While everyone's doing all this, I'm going to try to track a Mustang.
Ooh, he's using the new track skill.
Or just try to find a Mustang.
Okay, very good. Okay, so actually, if you were looking for something, as opposed to tracking an individual something, it wouldn't be tracking. That you wouldn't be survival that you'd be using. And actually, in your case, you could use nature sense if you so desired. Okay, which I probably will bet is a much higher skill than other skills.
Okay.
Okay, so would you want to do that? You want to try that?
Sure.
Okay, so let's make it interesting.
What die roll is that?
With that roll, it's a d20. It's just like any other skill. Oh, I'm sorry. What is nature sense?
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't know where it is.
I don't see it on the spreadsheet.
Is it a feat?
There's no nature.
I'm sorry. Nature sense, you would add on your nature sense to a no nature check. You're absolutely right. That's the way it works.
Okay, so I have no nature.
No nature. And what is your nature sense? I think it's probably
4.
4 and a half. Perfect. Okay.
Say what you're rolling.
Save the bonuses.
I said 4.5.
Okay, very good.
10. 14 and a half.
14. Oh! So Firefly actually, for a moment, it just pauses, closes his eyes, right? Sort of like runs his fingers along, the ground and the grass, and you're like, oh my God, it's another Barnaby! He's feeling everything up. That's everything going wrong, right? You're smelling things on the wind, all this sort of thing. But you can't sense anything in the nearby area.
And then
Can you take 20?
What?
Can you take 20?
that would take the whole day.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I can get my Mustang if I wait the whole day.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we could try again.
Yeah, or you can just try it in. You can make everyone ready.
Well, it depends if everyone keeps diddle-dallying, figuring out what they're going to do. And listen to all the threats. I'll just go find another Mustang. No, I'll go find myself a horse.